Unfortunately, in divorce cases, there are not court-appointed lawyers. Court-appointed lawyers occur in cases in which a parent's parental rights are being terminated. So, for instance, in a lot of CPS cases, cases involving abuse, or even in an adoption case, a parent's rights are being terminated, and therefore the court's going to appoint an attorney to represent that parent to make sure that their parental rights are protected, and to also to make sure that it's good for the child.
Now, even in that situation, though, it's probably not best to go with a court-appointed attorney when you can hire somebody who really knows the ins and outs and is probably going to be more of an expert than that court-appointed attorney. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, court-appointed attorneys, that's where they start their career.
Oftentimes.
They're fresh out of school, or they're just not as experienced. And so they may not have all the wherewithal to really represent the person as well.
Oftentimes that is the case. However, in more complex cases, for instance, as I just spoke about, terminating one's parental rights, there are usually more experienced lawyers that handle those cases.
That specialize in that.
Especially when abuse has been involved, abuse of a child. But in most cases, especially in divorce cases where there's not abuse, the court might appoint an attorney in one other circumstance. And that other circumstance is when a spouse cannot be found. If a spouse cannot be found.
I was going to ask that because, I mean, if someone really wants to get off the grid and go to a different state and just, disappear, what happens?
That's a great question. So if a person cannot be found, they'll be served in the newspaper. But no one picks up the newspaper to find out if they have a lawsuit pending against them. Who does that?
Right.
And so in that particular situation, the court will appoint an attorney, but the purpose of that attorney's appointment is to find the missing person, not so much to defend them, but to really locate that person.
Why would they do it with an attorney? Why wouldn't they do it with, like, the bounty hunter?
well, I guess, the bounty hunter has a different motivation. But a court-appointed attorney is going to be diligent and use all of their resources to find their clients.
And probably not beat anybody up. So
correct.
That's
Let's hope
probably
not.
the better way to go.